Hello, welcome to our most loved, most hated technique of all time. It's our planks. This is going to be a bit of a technique video focusing on a low plank and a high plank just so that we can do them really safely and effectively. Make sure you're feeling okay, and I want you to stick at a level that causes zero back pain. If you're feeling any pressure at all in your lower back, stop, bring it down, perfect where you are, and we'll build up, okay? So we're gonna start with the absolute basics, thinking about ab engagement. Come on over to your belly and we'll have a think about it here. Okay. If you get yourself super comfy on the floor, rest your head on your hands. What I want you to think about are your abdominals, and just imagine you're going to lift your belly button off the floor. It's probably not actually gonna get any space under there, but just imagine that lifting feeling. Maybe like someone's punching you in the stomach and you're gonna suck up and away and then let it go. And as you do that, we're always thinking about zipping up from your pubic bone, up to your belly button, up to your rib cage, and then letting it go. And if you're comfortable to, you can even start that movement with your pelvic floor. So these are the muscles you squeeze when you're trying to hold a wee in. If you imagine you're squeezing to hold that wee in, and lifting from not only your pelvic floor to then continue squeezing up through your belly button. Squeeze, 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 and then let it go. That's the kind of engagement we need for our planks. So let's add that into a movement once you're happy. Hands are going to come down either side of your chest, palms on the floor, elbows down, tucked in. Now we're going to do that engagement piece again. So lifting through pelvic floor, through your underbelly, through your belly button, lifting up, squeezing. Now keeping your torso super still, we're going to lift both your hips and your shoulders off the floor as one. Holding here, keeping that sucking up motion with your belly, we'll slowly return back to the floor. Now where I made that look very easy. So you've already got the engagement through your abs. Next thing to look at is your shoulders. Shoulders should be pulled down and out. This is called protracting the shoulders. From here, we then do that same motion, pulling up through the belly, sucking the belly button away from the floor. Shoulders pulling down and out. We lift the hips and the shoulders as one. Coming up to our level one plank, we've got knees on the floor still, forearms on the floor, hold till you run out of breath, slowly release back down. So that's your level one that you can keep practicing, thinking about that shoulder positioning. I mean, just to show you what happens if we have loose shoulders, no activation through the core, we come up like this, and you end up in a really weak position rather than abs pulled up, shoulders protracted. See how much stronger I am here? So that's your level one. Level two, same setup. At the top, we're going to add in tucking one tippy toe under, straighten the leg. Second tippy toe under, straighten the leg. See how my hips didn't move? I'm still super secure. Shoulders pushing down. When I run out of breath, one knee comes down, second knee comes down, and we safely come back to the floor. That was exhausting. So just to talk you through all of that again, I'm going to make sure my toes are on the mat this time. So first thing to think about, belly button pulling away from the floor, sucking up through the tongue. Shoulders pulling out and down. We lift, starting from the hips, shoulders coming up at the same time, up to our level one plank, shoulders and hips in line. If you're happy to, you can then tuck one tippy toe under, lengthen the leg, keep hips at the same height. Second tip toe under, lift the leg, hold till you run out of breath, and then slowly reverse the movement. Try and hold those abs up till the very last second. Starts to get your arms as well. They are tiring, and it's a really key technique to be able to do safely. I think when we've got a fusion, we kind of feel like tailor-made for these moves, but there's a lot of work, as you can tell. So those are your low planks on your forearms. I just want to touch quickly on how that translates into a high plank. So if you bring yourself up to an all fours position, exactly the same principles remain true here. So shoulders, again, pulling out and down. We're protracting or rounding the shoulders, so we're super strong through the upper body. Belly button pulls up away from the floor, and it does help to do that on an out breath. Suck it up. Lifting up away from the floor. From here, it's then exactly the same as before. We're going to take one foot out with a nice straight leg. Keep that pull, that lift up from your belly button, and we join it with the second foot. Notice how my hips are in line with my shoulders. I don't want to be down here. Starts to put a lot of pressure on that lower back again. Holding that strong position, honestly, as long as you can hold that breath and then coming down, and you can come out of that position. I don't need to hold your breath as in, hold the breath as you go. What we want to think about is that breath out with your engagement. So big breath into prep. As you breathe out, we suck belly button up, legs come out, and we're holding until we run out of that out breath. And then breathe in to come back down. So you can really use your breath to help with that abdominal engagement. If you're happy to stay there for a little bit longer, you can take a breath in and out, obviously in that plank position. Just make sure you don't lose that engagement through your abs. So I hope that's really helpful. Hope that gives you something to work towards, and I will see you soon with some more technique.